Hello, this is
Hi,
Kiki and
Kiki.
Donnie. Okay, we're
Hello.
gonna have a little chat about everything Canto, right?
Yeah, this is
And
it's good fun for me because I sort of I'm a little bit out of touch with the Canto community here in the UK, and I've been reconnecting with it sort of in the last year or so. And
oh,
so yeah, it's great for me to be able to have this sort of opportunity to like just go back into all my Canto memories and
oh, so
explore.
you were born in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I was born in Hong Kong, but
So was
it
that?
was my I left Hong Kong when I was 3, so I didn't really grow up immersed in Cantonese culture. It
Yeah.
was just like something that was in the background, like I'd hear my parents talking in the background in Cantonese, but other than that, I was like brought up totally westernized, a banana as we call it, right?
Bananas.
Um,
What's
yeah,
a banana? It's yellow on the
yellow on
outside.
the outside, white on the inside.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, I know that's like a pejorative term, isn't it? Kind of among Hong Kongers or
Hong
Chinese people
Kongers.
when they say they
Yeah,
call us all of us
香蕉.
westernized, Hengziu. Yeah, but that's I have to admit that's what I am because that's how I was brought up, and it's only like in recent years that I've really tried to just get more in touch with my culture, as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I've only had like short-term exposure to it. When I go back for holidays in Hong Kong, and
So when you
so
go back
yeah.
to holidays in Hong Kong, you go, hello, I'll give Donnie. I'm a Hangzhou. Is that
Yeah,
how you
thank you. I've
introduce?
never done that before. I should, shouldn't I?
You'd
They
be
usually,
like,
it's funny, they work it out usually before you even, it's like as soon as you open your mouth, they know
oh,
you're,
Hangzhou,
yeah, like I'm a foreigner there.
ABC.
That, yeah, yeah. It's funny
But
that,
they,
isn't it? Because
yeah,
like we're foreigners, like we can be, we look like foreigners in the West, but then you feel
yeah,
like a foreigner when you go to Asia if you grow up in the West.
yeah. Last time I went back, they said, you sound like a baby when I speak Canto. And I'm like, I don't think I stink. And then when I speak English in America, then it sounds like where are you from? It's like, where am I from? Nowhere. But, Hong Kong.
When did you leave Hong Kong? How
12.
old were you?
I was,
12.
yeah,
But it's interesting,
1992.
that what you say about sounding like a baby, because I feel that all my Cantonese is from a time capsule of childhood Canto that I learned in the 80s, like sort
Uh-huh.
of 70s and 80s.
Oh,
And I
yes.
didn't learn anything new since then. So it's all words and expressions from that period, like all the slang from that period, and
Yeah.
also just the way I think languages evolve and the way people phrase the sentence. I
Maybe.
think it moves on. But because people often tell me I speak 80s Canto, and I didn't know there was a
Really?
difference. But yeah, like
Hong
there's
Kong
things
people
that
tell you you speak 80s when you go
80s,
back?
yeah, they can tell the
Really?
difference. Yeah,
Like,
like
give me an example.
I can't even, because
Okay,
I
say
don't know what it
something.
is they hear in me
Really? 80s
that
Canto?
yeah.
Hmm.
But I think maybe they, it's also I speak baby Canto as well, because it's like just whatever your parents said to you at in childhood. It's like that's about as advanced as my Canto got, and then after that I was
So
raised in
imagine,
English, right? So
imagine I'm your mom. Say something to me. Canto. Let me see if it's 80s or not. Let's see the
uh,
audience if they think it's 80s or not.
yeah, this is you see,
哎
我要講Chinglish 半廣東話本英文，因為 I don't have all the words, so you finish the sentence like 我用啊，哎呀，this is really going really
講乜
badly.
鬼啊仔？你講乜啊？你講啦。
Oh, um, well, okay. So the kind of conversations I have with my mom though is very basic, like
食飯
um, hey, um,
飲湯
yeah, yeah, yeah,
坐低
um, yeah. It is all like food talk,
瞓
like
覺。
mostly about what we're gonna eat, and like so,
Oh,
like I'm very good with menus. I know all the dim sum. I can,
oh,
gyousong. Like when I'm gyousong, it's like I'm fluent. But then as soon as we
oh.
have to have that conversation about something real world beyond the
Then
dinner
you're
table,
like, I'll
then I
speak English.
struggle. Like I can't understand the news, for example, right? That's like
Oh,
another language.
because
Can
it's
you understand the news?
very, Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's very like 今晚歡迎how do you say I watched it before。我哋而家報道新聞，我哋今日有一個巴士撞死5人，今日有人搶
that's
打
exactly
劫It's more like
yeah
a formal polite, but when
yeah
you're
see
ordering at the restaurant, you're like
mm,
食咩啊你食咩啊 right?
yeah
Like,
yeah see I don't know how to speak the formal Cantonese at all. I can
oh
half understand it, but a lot of the words just go over the top of my head because they're not like dinner table words.
yeah, very
But
斯文啊，polite。
Seaman, I don't understand. Like
you're not
Seaman,
斯文人啊，
I'm not Seaman.
粗
I was
魯
brought up. My family is Cholo. We
粗
were not
魯。
brought up Seaman, but
That's why 屌你
they
老母啊，粗
yes
魯。
yes. Duly normal. I grew up thinking that was just like normal language because my Cantonese, aside from like my parents, it was also my mum would have mahjong games like my
Yeah，
to
通啊，
gangster. Yeah, I have these
要
gangster
通
uncles and aunties come
啊
over,
哈
and so they're constantly like just
啊！你個死
constantly.
仆街啊，有碰
Yeah,
啊！
yeah, and then like I learned these expressions, right? And I asked my mum, what does that mean? Because they were always saying it, and she said it's very bad. Don't say it. But then every time I said it, they thought it was hilarious. So it actually encouraged me to say it. You can't tell people not
like,
to say something and then laugh when they say it.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah. My
positive
son is
reinforcement.
asking me. My son is 8, and he's like, what does that mean, poke guy? I'm like, trick or treat. That's all it means, and
Yes,
don't say it.
I love Pokai because it's like only like only we can understand how in our culture we can wish somebody to collapse down the street and it mean no harm. It's
Left
like
on
it's
the
so
street.
casual.
Yeah, 仆街啦，冚家鏟啦。That means collapse on the street
Yes,
and your whole family
whole family die.
die 冚家鏟
It's
啊
like the
喂，冚家
so
死
awful.
is die, right? But 鏟
Yeah,
is like 冚家 bankrupt or something.
just
冚家
collapse.
yeah, disappear, explosion. Okay,
But
I
yeah,
have a
it's so I love that you can add that on the end of any sentence.
yes. Okay, I have some Canto accents that we could discuss. Let's see
Yeah.
how Canto you are, Donnie. Okay.
Okay.
So there's the office lady. Have you encountered a Canto office lady?
Yes, they are very. I do you know what I find it very soothing the Canto office lady voice. It's so dignified.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's almost like another language to me though, right?
阿黃先
Yeah.
生
Wow.
你好啊，阿黃生，哎呀，我點可以幫你啊，黃生？你先個名啦，黃生。啊，多謝，拜拜。
Yes,
Does that sound like
see,
it?
that yes, and I'm very familiar with that from hearing it like when you go in Hong Kong when you're out and about you encounter that, but I can't speak it. I can understand, but I can't speak like that. It's like
It's
I
Thai
just
Seaman for you.
it's Thai Seaman. Oh, yeah, I only can speak Seoul.
Yeah, you can answer 阿黃生啊，仆街冚家鏟，屌你老味啊！簽名啦你屌，that's I don't know who is that your mom? But how about the boss lady, like the one that's bossing around the nice office lady, like 有冇搞錯啊你？你識唔識做嘢㗎？你有冇腦㗎？你咁慢㗎？Have you
冇用啊
係你冇
Yes,
冇用？Sounds like our parents tell us that.
yes. Actually, that I associate that the boss lady with my boss auntie. My boss aunties. They
Oh.
like they talk. Some of them talk like that. Just
Oh yeah, give me an example.
right? Oh,
I'm the office lady. 哦，點幫到你啊，黃小姐、黃太？
oh my god, I'm not very good at improvising.
Or just say whatever. Pretend you're your auntie to me right now.
So what is this? What?
有冇搞錯啊？識唔識講嘢㗎？M 乜鬼啊你 M right？你 M 咁慢，你做咩你 M 你冇腦㗎？白痴㗎你嚇？
Yeah,
幾
actually,
歲
no.
啊，先生？
What I used to encounter was them saying this kind of thing to me, like
Yeah
做
right？
咩你唔講中文啊？做咩你唔學中文啊？
應該學中文啦。
Yeah, like I
學
used to
講
get
咧
that.
英文即係講中文啦。
Yeah, shame
Yeah.
on you.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
What did they say? 抵死。
抵死啊！
Oh, 失禮，失禮 means oh how shameful. You bring shame.
Yeah.
失禮。Ooh. How about oh we know the dim sum lady, everybody. 鳳爪排骨。
Oh yeah. See that
要唔要？
is that I can that's my level of Cantonese. Like I'm very I connect on that dim sum lady level.
Okay, you're at the dim sum right now. How you order? 靚仔要乜啊？今日
OK，蘿蔔糕，
蘿蔔糕有，好
排骨，
排骨啦，
鳳爪，
幾多籠啊？
兩籠鳳爪，
兩籠俾你，
芋角，
冇芋角啦。
哎呀死冇芋角，
蛋撻要唔要新鮮？
蛋撻好 OK，
蝦腸，
叉燒腸一個蝦腸一個叉燒腸，
好牛肉腸要唔要？
牛肉腸要
唔要點解唔要？好新鮮喎，靚仔。
OK 啦。
哦係，要晒佢，好啊，多謝抌人。You're the one that you would be like, oh, I'm gonna eat it. Just give me. You're the one that
雞飯啊，
咩
排骨
糯米雞啊？
飯，雞飯。
哦，焗嗰啲啊，焗緊啊，等半個鐘啊係，等半個鐘，飲茶飲水啊，冰水啊。
牛柏葉咧。
哦，牛柏葉啊，牛柏葉蒸緊啊。
OK.
You're okay. That's so funny.
All the foods are.
All the foods, right? All the foods you like. Okay. And then there's who's that? The swap meet lady. 你有冇去旺角? Have you been to Mongkok? You know those
Yes.
guys. It's not guysy.
Yes.
Like you get all the electronics and stuff.
Yes. And is that where the ladies market is?
Yes,
女人
街.
Oh
yes,
my God! Like my mom used to just rinse me so badly about like back in the day when I was younger, I used to like buying designer clothes and stuff like that, and then she'd be like, "This 女人街$2, nobody want." Like just I come home like with my latest purchase. This ladies market 女人街 last year, nobody want. Like everything had no value to it.
Oh
like,
yeah,
this
really?
P&G $2 女人街 like.
係咧，咁嘥錢做咩？
Yeah, like the logos are just like meaningless, right? It's just because you see like D&G and like and Prada everywhere. So my mom associated those with 女人街$2.
Yeah. 嗰啲those lady，they're like 過嚟啦，靚仔要咩？我幫你啊，好平啊！你幾錢啫？50蚊啊，50蚊啦，50蚊兩件。50 for two, right?
Yeah, and then you walk away and then the price goes down.
Yeah, you walk away. 我45啦，48好意頭。How about that? 48. It's good luck. You're like no. Walk away, right? 35啦，靚仔過嚟啦，35兩件。俾多一個呢個 trinket。This garbage they give you, like with the two whatever you buy, like it's a gift.
Yeah, see that I could do all that. I could understand all that. No problem. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's awesome. How about her街市when you go to wet market? Did you buy groceries at the 街市 at the wet market?
See, I don't have that experience because like when I went back to Hong Kong in the 80s, I was a child and then my mom did all that and like I didn't really, I was like zoned out. And then when I've gone back as an adult, I just do restaurants. So I never like because you don't have a kitchen, right? You're staying in a hotel. So I haven't had the experience of shopping in the wet market. Like that's just something I know about it, you know, because I know that like that's, you know, you get the freshest food, right? That way. And so yeah, I didn't really experience it myself, except like I can have memories from childhood of just kind of like holding my mom's hand when she
when she did that. Did you watch
I've
the
never
Rush Hour?
myself. I've never like had the experience of purchasing. I wouldn't even know how to do it, like what to buy. It's like
did you watch the scene from Rush Hour where Chris Tucker he's like 斬雞啊，好斬啊 like he's gonna butcher the live chicken 你斬未啊 and then he took the chicken home and just walking around and he set the chicken free. You think you'd be that type if you go walk around you see?
But the thing is, I feel the wet markets got really demonized, didn't they? In the West since COVID. And I feel like it's so unfair because they painted them as this backwards, like filthy. It's not, is it? It's not. If you want the best food, the freshest food, that's where you get it, right? And it meant quality, right? And freshness, not fresh. Like, I feel like that was really horrible to see how that was handled, I thought, because it's totally unfair.
It was. And the wet market to me is like a air-conditioned building farmer's market. You know, it's like superior. Farmer's market indoor to me.
Yeah, it's like better than going to a normal supermarket. It's like
it's better
and higher quality. right, yeah. And so
They
I feel
always
like the
have
world,
a hosing down anything dirty,
yeah,
and right
yeah,
away they're
yeah,
wearing the boots and the gloves. It's not
right,
like they're just handling
yeah,
stuff like very dirty. But there's
yeah,
also like you go outside, there's also the stalls where you can find the freshest fruits and stuff. Like
yeah, yeah,
Chinatown is kind of like
yeah.
that.
So
You,
I feel like they we need to do like PR for
oh
the wet market
yeah,
to rescue
yeah,
it
for
from that
guys to eat.
horrible tarnished image that is
Yeah,
so unfair.
it
Yeah,
is. Because
uh,
besides the chicken, what else? All the meat is fresh. It's just like
yeah,
it's laid out for you, and
yeah,
you just pick. It's
yeah,
no different than going
yeah.
to
And I think that's
supermarket.
something very nice about Cantonese culture is that like um, it's like um, you can you go out and get the meat when you're gonna cook it, and it's super fresh, right?
Yeah.
So as opposed to like you have a fridge or freezer full of stuff that's like really old, and you
Yes.
don't plan like today I'm
Frozen
gonna have
food.
this, and then you go get it.
Yeah.
It's like it's a different way of shopping and cooking, and I think
Yes.
it's better.
It
But
is fresher,
we don't
healthier.
have the facilities to do it in the West because our
Yeah.
system is set up to have all these massive
Mhm.
supermarkets where
And get
everything is like
food
yeah, yeah,
frozen and put in
yeah,
the freezer
yeah,
for days and days. Yeah. I
yeah.
remember
So I
my
feel like
parents did that.
something
Yeah.
really, the world needs to know that it wasn't this horrible thing, and it's
Yeah.
actually
Clean.
it's a wonderful thing.
There are no
Yeah,
bats there. I haven't
yeah.
eaten
No,
bats
I
yet.
know that was crazy. Yeah, the bats like that. Yeah, that's all. Was
You
just
know what? I saw that movie, The Three Amigos. That's when I saw Steve Martin and Martin Short grilling bats. I was like, they invented that. I've never. I
yeah,
had a
yeah.
snake. Have you had snake? Like a segang?
I
Supposed to be
I don't
aphrodisiac.
I I don't know if I don't think I've knowingly had it, but like when you're a child, you just have what your parents
Yeah, I
give you.
bet your mom
And
gave you some. She
I
sounds
might
like
have,
a cool
yeah,
lady.
because I had so many weird like soups and things like that when I was a kid.
Mhm.
But you don't ask what it is, right? You just have it, and
Yeah.
like they could tell me what it's called, and it still would mean nothing to me, right? Like I wouldn't realize. So I might have had it, like because I know
Yeah,
I've had a lot of weird things without knowing, and then I
I
discovered
knew.
you knew.
I knew, but I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. I was like 7, 8. No, let me try. I have such
yeah,
a great palate. I felt like I was
yeah.
like, ooh. And then I tried, what else did I try? I tried frog legs,
Yes. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, yeah.
yes,
Like
挺盖.
I'm open-minded about eating most things, but you know what I don't like is cheese. Like that's
Oh,
to me
yes,
it's
I saw
gross.
your video. Cheese.
Yeah,
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 I didn't like
yeah,
that for the longest time. I thought it
yeah,
smells and it's so cheesy, whole
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
sticky.
yeah, yeah. But all that like animal parts and all that, because Cantonese people, we eat all the animals, all the animal parts. I
Yeah,
mean, not bats, but like I mean, we
yes.
make use of the
Oh, that.
whole thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like aplay. Oh, I love
Oh, the tongue. I love
aplay.
the tongue.
Yeah, yeah, I
Duck
know. And
tongue,
the
beef
yes,
tongue, the
right. Oh,
pork
I
tongue.
love
I grew
those.
up eating
Yeah,
that. My
tongue,
mom
right?
marinated.
Yeah,
Soy sauce. Oh, it's so soft.
yeah,
But now I'm
yeah,
like, ooh, this is a tongue, huh? And I'm like,
yeah.
ooh,
But it's like
it's still good.
it's so good. Like those are the tastiest parts, the bits that Westerners don't eat.
Yeah.
You
Have
know,
you
they
had
mash it up and put it in a hot dog though. So they do eat it,
oh
but they eat them in hot
yeah,
dog.
they don't know. Yeah,
They don't know.
they or it's packaged. PR is very good.
Yeah.
Have you tried the brains, like the pig brains, cow brains?
Again, I may
You
have
will you
without knowing it
I don't know
because
what
like
the big deal
I
is.
just eat whatever's on the table, right? And like I'm
Yeah.
sure I would have had it as a child without questioning it.
Yeah, but why
Yeah.
is it so gross? It's just
I
another
know.
part. My
Yeah.
mom would be
We
like,
yes, I
食腦
know.
啦,食腦
Yes.
你就會 smart
Right.
啲㗎啦. You
Yeah,
know,
because we
she would fry eggs and make it with the goji berry soup.
yeah.
And I grew up eating that in Hong Kong, and I
Yeah.
thought it tastes so good. And
Yeah.
you know, they
Because
have
Westerners
pork
rank
brain.
all the body parts like that they eat. Like
Yeah,
we to us it's like it's the same animal, right? It's like
it's the
so
same part of the
yeah.
cow or the pork, the
Yeah.
pig. But you know that I saw they have pork brains at
Yeah.
even Hadi Lao, the hot pot
Yeah.
place.
Do they?
They have pig
Wow.
brains. I
Do you
saw
know
it
what?
the other day. I was like, wow, it looks very clean. It's not
Really?
like they
Wow,
don't
I'm
brush and
surprised.
clean
No.
it.
But all I didn't realize, but the vegans are listening to this going right now.
Yeah. But then also, I guess vegan also have those vegan meats, which is what is it?
Vegan meats
I don't know.
they make no sense to me. If like I feel like if you don't want to eat meat, don't eat an impersonation of a meat. Just eat vegetable. Vegetables are
Yeah.
lovely. Why do you have to make pretend meats?
Pretend because they
To
missed the
just
thing, or I don't know, right? This
but
is just
it's not
another way to eat.
convincing as well. Have you seen those fake bacon strips that it's like nothing like bacon. Like it looks more like a Haribo than bacon.
Oh,
It's like
I
Haribo
haven't.
bacon.
I've tried an Impossible meat burger. It
Yeah,
tastes okay, but yeah, I just took one bite. Yeah, I don't usually. My
yeah,
mother-in-law is a vegan or
yeah.
vegetarian, so she does eat those Chinese style 嗰啲
Oh,
齋
that's different. Those are
咧.
nice.
Those
But
are
they're
pretty
not, those are
tasty
nice,
though.
but they're not pretend meat, right? It's its own thing. So you
Oh,
taste,
I don't
while you're
know.
tasting it, you're like enjoying a new flavor that's like unique
Yeah, she
flavor,
took me to
right?
this
Yeah,
Vietnamese vegetarian place
yeah,
and they had meat and soup noodle. The
yes,
meat tasted like chicken to me. I was like,
yeah.
wow, how do they
But
make
I remember a friend once invited me over and made spaghetti bolognese using corn. It was disgusting. Corn. Have you had that stuff? It's like
No.
it's like minced beef, but they're like little pellets of chewy, like it's like just processed soy that's supposed to be like minced beef, but it was just like these pellets, like like
Oh.
like like cat food or no, cat food is probably nicer. And yeah,
But
yeah,
most are most vegetarians they used to eat meat and then they become non-meat eaters. That's why they have to have some kind of
I think there's
vegetarian meat,
there's
right?
two types, isn't it? There's the ones that always been, and then I think they can then just eat vegetables. But then if you're like trying to, if you used to eat meat and you have to pretend that you're still eating it, then that explains
Pretend
all
you're
the
still, that's
fake.
hard. Like my mom, she was a Buddhist and she
Yeah,
stopped eating meat for a few years because of her Buddhism, I think. And she
yeah,
didn't eat beef at all. And I remember that when I was young, but I don't know. She just ate more fish and
yeah.
vegetables. But I don't know,
Fish to me, if you're eating fish, it's like the same as eating meat.
right?
It's
Maybe they don't have
yeah,
as
yeah.
many feelings. I don't
So
know.
yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, how about when we go to the supermarket? Have you gone to the
Yeah.
Hong Kong supermarket, the guy, 唔係超級市場, you know, the 百佳 and
Oh, um,
do you remember
um,
the ladies at the counter? Beep beep. 好唔好
yes, yes,
意思
but
啊，
like
企
again,
咁
like
耐，多謝等等
I
啊。
have I have less experience of that because, as I was saying earlier on, my experience with Hong Kong is restaurants, like
Restaurants, yes.
yeah, rather than
Have you
like
been to, is
I,
there a 99 ranch here in the UK?
99.
Or any
No,
kind of
what is that?
that's like the big Asian supermarket. Is
Oh,
there an Asian supermarket?
we have ours is called and my mom says you have it in Hong Kong as well. It's called
百佳,
no
White Hong, welcome.
no um oh god, I've forgotten the name now.
But
We've
have you
got
been
this
there?
big soup, yeah, and yeah, but we have these huge supermarkets, but there's only like two of them in London,
Oh,
and they're kind of
do they
like
speak
on the
Canto?
outskirts. Yeah, and they also have like they do like wholesale for all the people who have takeaway restaurants. So you can
Oh,
get like there's a whole section of it that's got like huge giant like bags of rice and everything for restaurants, and they have like a giant bucket of curry, like
wow. So everybody that
huge
works there,
vat,
do
and
they speak Canto? The people like
yeah,
the
they
lady
speak
that,
Canto.
oh, so what's your
Yeah.
experience like with those ladies there? 有冇積分卡 They always ask when I go 99 Ranch, do you have the rewards? 積分 你有冇積分? 要唔要膠袋 They always ask you those two things. You want plastic bag? You got rewards card. And I'm like,
Yeah.
有啊，yes, thank you. Do they say
Yeah.
that to you?
Over here, the service is like much more minimal. Like
Oh,
they're not as I think because in Hong Kong you're like I feel like they're more they're more personable.
yeah,
Like whereas
yeah, a little bit
because
more.
they're dealing mostly with Westerners, like they don't have that communication. So it's just really no nonsense, like no frills,
Do
no
they
chat.
speak
Just
Cantonese to the Westerners too?
no. They speak minimal English, but
Oh,
they speak very little as well. There's very little
so what do they
interaction.
say when they
It's
speak in
just
English?
really it's very cold. It's just you just
Deep, 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 deep.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
bye-bye,
yeah. And
thank
then
you.
yeah, that's it. Like
$59.
yeah, no chat. Like really,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, how about the MTR station, the subway in Hong Kong? Do you remember
Oh
anything about
yes.
it?
I, I can't remember what expressions
They
they say,
say
but I
請
know that
勿
when you
靠近車門，請勿
that's it
我而家到
that
站啦，請how do you say it? Hold on to the railings. I forgot,
yeah,
but
I don't know. I wouldn't know, but I'm familiar with it by sound, but I
uh-huh.
can't recall how to say these things. But then
Yeah.
it's a very comforting,
Oh
like
yeah.
as I was saying, the soothing kind of sound when you arrive in Hong Kong and then you hear these
Oh yeah.
announcements.
下
Like
一
it's just
站
yeah, it's so civilized and
Yeah, so civilized. 下一站沙田，請勿靠近車門係嘛？And then what else do they say? I have to go back and then I have to go sit in the MTR and then I'm gonna remember all the memories. It like floods to you, right? When you sit in the MTR, you hear that, you're like, ah, I'm in my homeland.
yes. And it's funny because like the announcements in Cantonese, while they have that very formal sound, in the UK it's like the opposite. They're really street, like the
Oh,
well, no, actually no, they've changed them recently. Now they have these recorded ones that are, yes, very proper
oh,
English,
this very
but it
proper.
used to be the driver who would
Oh, yeah,
speak,
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
he'd be like, this is the East
Fantastic.
London Line train calling at all stations, Shadwell, please mind the
Oh, I
closing
love
door.
it.
Like they're like
That's
they,
funny.
they sound like rappers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But that you don't hear that so much anymore because I think they've moved to recorded messages. But you
Yeah.
used to always have like live announcements by the driver, and it was
Do
so
that again.
entertaining.
It's so funny.
Oh, this is the East London Line train calling at all stations, Shadwell, please mind the closing doors. That's how they used to. So it's like the opposite of Hong Kong
Yeah, Hong
with the
Kong.
formality.
Yeah, but I think even they're announcing. I feel like some of them is recorded, but some of them 我哋而家就嚟到呢個上環。Well, they don't say 呢個，我而家到
Yeah,
下一站係上環，請勿靠近車門。But sometimes they're just very like dum 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 like calm and soothing
yeah,
them. But
yeah.
that's
I
awesome.
wish I learned to speak that kind of Cantonese. I would love to be able to
Be seaman.
present
Wait,
myself.
no.
Yeah. Some of my friends in high school, when I was in Vancouver, their family is very seaman, and
Oh
when I went
yes.
to deal with them, I found it so intimidating.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it doesn't it?
yeah,
Because like,
yeah,
because people assume Canto when they hear is at the dim sum or the market, they're like, ah,
yeah. That's the yes,
like we're yelling, 好似嗌交
yes, and
fighting.
yes, and just really informal, and it's kind of almost
Yeah.
like Italian people as well, just very,
Yeah，
just
哎呀，
yeah,
有冇搞錯
yeah.
啊？你行開啲，你咁講咁慢嘅，你發癲啊，發
yeah,
神經啊
yeah.
！Yeah, and then so when they
Team.
speak, yeah, when they speak
Yeah.
calm, it's like,
But calm, it's
hello,
like
你好。
yeah, and then I feel like it's like
Yeah,
you're being.
it's like
I
they're
felt like I was
uppity.
being judged by their parents.
Yes, it's like, oh,
yeah. Because some of my
yeah.
friends had very strict parents, which is like the opposite of mine.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. My mom was very strict. 唔好咁粗
was
魯
she?
啦，又講粗口，唔好講粗口。My mom never. But then my grandma played
Uh,
mahjong and like kind of like,
yeah.
ah,
See,
but my mom is complete opposite. My dad is in the middle, so.
yeah, because I've spoken like actually most Cantonese people I've known also have said that their parents are they 唔好講粗口, but I learned all my 粗口 from my mum.
Oh, really? I learned
So
all my 粗口
I,
from my parents letting me watch the Hong Kong movies like 周潤發, Stephen Chow, 周星馳. And I'm like, it's just, but they don't speak it, but then they let me and my brothers
yeah.
watch those kind of movies. So I learned all that. I find it very funny. Like my
See, my
mom is
mum.
so chill.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mom is
my
just like,食飯啦，坐低啦。
yeah.
哎呀，你唔好開住隻腳啦，and then she's like close your legs and 坐定啲，唔好寒背啊，she'll hit me，唔好 don't slouch，企起身，企直啲啦，企直啲啦。She's so
That's what? That's one good thing though. Like Cantonese parents will, if you've got an annoying habit, they will make sure you stop it. They're like each time you do it, I'm gonna smack you. And then
yeah,
like,
she won't stop.
yeah. Because I used to wear glasses when I was younger, right? And then
Me too.
I
I wore
like
big ones.
yeah, and then like you have to keep pushing them up, and then
Oh yeah.
I started just using my nose like this, like to make,
I
and then
know.
my mom
Oh
was like,
yeah.
"Stop making that face!" And then she's
Yeah，
like,
唔好
"Every
整
time
好
you do
核
it, I'm
突
gonna smack
啊！
you." And
係
then
啊，好
I
核突
stopped.
啊！Oh
Yeah, because
yeah,
I
but
wasn't aware of it.
non-stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so if you got
because
a
your
little
mom
tick or
watches
anything
everything.
like that, your parents will
Oh
like
yeah.
smack it out of you.
Mine too. My mom's like, 唔好整呢個樣啦，唔好整呢個樣 樣咁核突，你個口，你個樣你好唔好整咁醜？你唔好搶，你第陣時做明星你就唔可以咁整個樣。
Right,
I
yeah.
always say that.
Your parents make you aware of these things, whereas
Yeah.
white parents tend to ignore them and think, oh, that's just part of the way their
Development.
right? And then they allow
Yeah.
you to that
Be
kind of,
whatever.
yeah,
Express
our
yourself,
parents
you know?
kind of get all the weirdness out of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Like,
Even when you
yeah.
don't smile enough, you know, if you're like it's like 笑啦笑啦笑啊笑啊笑啦企直啲啦笑啦，同人 say
Yeah,
hello 啦，you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
做咩咁
smile
黑面啊？
smile
That's what
say
they
hi
say.
黑口黑面啊，你
Blackface.
做咩 ？Yeah, if you like this, it's like 做咩黑口黑面啊 ？Yeah, black face, black mouth. It's like no, I'm just sitting here, you know. Do you play an instrument? Do you play?
I as a child I played the cello.
Oh,
I was
very
in the
unique.
school orchestra, and
Wow.
yeah, that was like it was. I'm sort of proud of that chapter of my life that I was, I was very diligent and
How many hours you
also,
practice every day?
oh, I used to practice like all evening because I was obsessed with it.
Wow,
But
that's amazing.
but then I reached a point where I couldn't progress anymore, and I felt, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. It got too difficult, and
How
I
old were
gave
you?
up. About 13, I stopped.
So how old did you start?
Um,
5, 6,
no, not as young as that. I think maybe
8,
around
10,
9. Like it was
9?
only a few years.
Oh, a few
But in those
years.
years, I
But you became
really
obsessed with it.
excelled, right? And then
Yeah.
I ended up joining the London Youth Symphony Orchestra for one season, and that was hell. And that experience put me off playing for life. It was so difficult. It's so stressful.
Oh,
I was like
yeah.
way over my head.
It is stressful.
Yeah.
Because I used
And
to
then,
play the piano for like, well, I started playing when I forgot, 3 or 5. My parents
yeah,
wanted me to be a classical pianist. Like I would
yes,
play and I would get so stressed out and nervous because you have to do the
yes,
London Royal College, the exams. It was like
yes.
I passed the
Grade 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, I passed grade 5. I
Oh,
jumped.
you did better than me. 5.
Oh,
I
but
got to 4.
I was so nervous. My hands started
Yes.
sweating, and then
Oh,
I just slipping off the keys. And I said,
Do you
I
know
don't
what though?
play anymore.
That made us stronger going through that in childhood. Yeah, because
I
to have
guess
that much pressure
it
when
was
you have
so
to
much
put on a
pressure.
performance, it was really stressful. I'd be like
So
sweating.
stressful. I
Yeah,
would sweat and my feet and my hand, and then my parents and I'm like I'm letting them down. And I remember my dad took me in Hong Kong to get the test,
yeah.
and then my hands were slip, and I knew I didn't do well. He didn't say
Yeah.
anything to me afterwards.
Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? When they don't say anything.
Oh, he just quiet. But you know, there were some times in America I kept playing though.
Yeah.
Then the
Yeah.
recital I would do well when I don't care. I played the Richard
Yeah.
Clayderman. You know Richard Clayderman,
Oh, Richard
the French
Clayman.
guy.
Yes, I used to
Yeah.
love. Oh yeah, he did this. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
dun,
Oh,
dun,
I can play. That's my song.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
飲歌啊, that's my signature song.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I would love to hear you do that. You
Oh,
should do
really?
it on your socials. That would
I
be
should, huh?
beautiful.
Okay,
Yes.
I might.
love
I
that
didn't
piece
practice.
of
I
music.
have the whole
remember,
book with all the music. That's how much I
yes,
love it.
Richard Clayderman, was he? I don't know if it was like that in Hong Kong, but in Britain in the
Yes.
80s, he was all over the TV. They
Oh
always
yeah,
had
he's so.
that, and he
He was
made these
like the bomb.
dreamy faces, like
Yeah,
like,
his haircut. Yeah.
and everyone bought the album.
Oh yeah, and I remember growing up listening to it. And I wouldn't be nervous when I played his music, but when
Yeah.
I played like Mozart or Bach, and it just I'm just like, But I was obsessed with it for a while, and then suddenly I didn't want to play anymore, and my parents were very disappointed.
Yeah. I was obsessed, and then suddenly I couldn't do it. It's so funny that, isn't it?
Anymore.
It breaks you.
Everything.
Where, yeah. And also, I learned that one time my parents came to watch me perform, and then afterwards they said, "Why do you make that face?" And because when I'm concentrating, I didn't realize it. When I'm playing my cello, I'm not just.
Oh, that's a great face. You
Like,
should do a little thing for the social.
My parents were like, "You keep sticking out. You look."
It's like you're breakdancing. I play, and my mom would be like, "Oh, your hand's so beautiful." She would be like, "Play, I'll buy you a nice dress." She was like, "You play at Nordstrom someday." That's a joke that have Nordstrom's. It's like, really? Like that's what you
Nordstrom.
want? Not Carnegie Hall. Yeah, Nordstrom. Yeah, because remember the Nordstrom? Do you have Nordstrom
Yes.
in the Yeah, they
We
play.
don't, but I've been in Nordstrom's.
Yeah, the
Yes, yes,
pianists. They're like,
yeah,
oh, you just play. That's your job, and you teach
yeah.
piano. Charge $50 an hour. So